For this lesson, we're going to be doing some mark making and some experimental techniques that will be really fun. That later we're going to find hidden messages, hidden images in our artwork. So I just started laying in some wet areas and trying out some different techniques. So this is wet paint. I'm putting wet paint into wet paint, and what's going to happen if I paint it all white. Watch how it grows. And here is the fun part. So try like a decent amount of pigment and like a little blob. Grab a straw if you have one. This is just a reusable straw from one of my water bottles. And I'm gonna blow in the paint. You don't need to use a straw, but this makes it a little easier for you to see me work. And with the straw, you can kind of control what happens. Ooh, I already see a hidden message. This looks like a praying mantis or a caterpillar or something. All right, I'm gonna try it again. So I'm gonna add a blob. It needs to have a good amount of water, like you just dripped a little puddle on it. Okay, so go crazy with that. Whatever colors you want. You can try wet into wet techniques. You can do mark making. You can do thin lines and small lines. But really, we are after like more larger areas. So if I did this large area of green and then I mix a little blue with it, I've created these kind of organic blobby shapes. I'm not planning anything. All right, another fun thing you can do is get some salt from your kitchen and paint an area, one color, two colors. If you want to blend them together, that's good. It needs to have a good amount of water in it, not too dry. And then grab a pinch of salt and drop the salt on that, and then just let it dry. This might work. I'll try this over here. It's drying up pretty quick. So what's going to happen, the salt is going to push the watercolor away. You can't really see it too much while it's wet. When it is finished drying, you would be able to see like little dots where it got pushed away. Okay, another fun thing you can do is grab a really dry brush. I have this one and it has really stiff bristles. A toothbrush works really well, and I can try it on this one, but it needs to be dry. Alright, so I'm going to dip into the paint, and this is messy. So last time I did this, I got paint everywhere, so be careful. So what I'm going to do is take the brush and kind of flick it down. If I go at an angle, I'm going to have paint flying across the surface, so be careful. You can maybe switch the color. And I dropped some drips of paint there. I can use the straw again, or I can just leave that thick. Alright, let's try it on this one. So I'm going to dry it off as much as I can. We'll see if it works. In case you don't have other brushes at your house. And it worked. Cool. So if you grab an oil pastel, I prefer to use white. And I can make some kind of a design. And you can't see it because it's hiding underneath. Go for some purple, and basically I'm just gonna like paint a wash over it. For this project, you want to make sure that you don't fill up the paper too much. You want some areas where it's open. Alright, so I have this is kind of solid over here. I really want to have these skinny legs and blobs, otherwise it's not going to work for part 2 of the project. Part 2, you're going to let this dry. We're going to come back to it the next day, and you're going to need a Sharpie or a pen to try some different techniques. Bye.